Hello, this game was quite a roller coaster that White managed to win in the end by 13.5, and that's because of a critical fight in the middle where White was supposed to die with a large group but somehow escape and kill Black instead. It was a huge difference. The beginning was quite okay and then it got wild. So let's see. Lots of interesting Tenukis on both sides here. We have two facing Komokos, then the attach under to take the corner, which is generally good for White. Here, White can Tenuki, but usually White will finish the Joseki R5, and then when Black plays E4, and we have the same kind of follow-up, Black is actually quite content to finish up the Josekis in one move, but overall, Black is also pleased to take two corners of 15 points each, because those corners are secure points for White. For Black on the bottom, later on there's still a problem when White invades here or H2. So this can be accepted by Black, especially by White, especially that White keeps Sente and now attacks the top left corner. So this can happen. If White doesn't want to finish up the Joseki with R6, it's fine to play a move like F3, for example, because anyway that's the direction of play for Black to develop towards the bottom. But here Black will attach R5. This is a way to punish for not going to play the classic Joseki. Anyway, this will happen, and the way White responded here could have been slightly better. So we have the attack in the top left, Black defense, that's fine. White extends for a base. The common one is to go 2 space because the 3 space extension leaves the invasion at G17, and actually later it will happen, but a little bit different. So far so good. Now Black extends on the bottom, so before extending here, Black should consider E3, for example. If White defends D5 or Keima like Black did in the top left corner, now Black can extend back to J4. So this will be a loose way to set up the Moyo, but still it's a pretty good way to combine the Joseki with the corner approach first. Also, Black can still think about this R5. Anyway, Black extended calm like in the classic Joseki where White goes R6. Now here again, White can make the Shimari F3 because that's Black's next move, or it's supposed to be. Playing C11 tries to attack the top left two stones, but they are still quite resilient, so Black can ignore this and approach the bottom either E3 or F3. Now if White defends here, Black can attach at R5, block U4, go no B, and no B or jump. So this way, Black will set up a nice Moy on the bottom side. Let's see what happens. So kick first. This kick helps the corner, but also makes White stronger in the top, because now White's shape is ideal. He's got the extension 3 spaces away from the 2 stones up, which is a pretty good shape. And the proper way for Black here is to play C13. Because what White wants to do next, especially when C11 is in place, is to cut at C15, then go for D16. If Black captures in a ladder, White will sacrifice and take the corner. So this group becomes heavy and the extension is on the way, so it's difficult for Black to make a base. Now if Black keeps the corner on the cut like this, White will just scroll and Hane in order to connect under and still separate the corner. If if Black tries Atari and Atari again, White can sacrifice a stone and capture 2 stones in the middle. So this feels good for White. Therefore, Black needs another move at C13. Now all these variations are already blocked with that move. But Black attacks the corner, White attaches here too. It's playable, but it feels good for Black, because when Black connects, he already got the extension in place at K4, so it feels like White is one step behind. Therefore, in this case, White can consider Keima. Then Black will attach, White Hane, Black pulls back, White makes a nice tiger mount formation, which is powerful, and then Black owes a move, like H4 for example, to finish up the Joseki. If Black plays H3, it feels a little bit low, so in this case it will be H4. Otherwise White will invade later on, and this way White and Sente to attach the top left. I mean cut. So with this move, Black feels good on the bottom and White finish Gote. So now Black can still fix the problem on the left or proceed on the right, like it happened in the game. So far so good. Now Hane, And on this move, what black is trying to do is Atari R3 and catch 2 stones. So when white plays Atari here, for example, black will Atari in the corner, white needs to take a Ponuki, then go down to capture the 2 stones. This trade favors black, because black gets what was supposed to be white's corner. Therefore, for white it's good to play R3 or S3. The endgame is a bit different if you play R3 or S3 instead of S4. S4 is the game move. Black went no B, white can push one more time, black will either extend again or jump, but on the jump white has the wedge to create some cutting points, so the corner is fine. But the same thing can happen after white connects R3. So when R3 is played, the formation is very solid in the corner and the endgame will be different. Black will go no B, white pushes one more time, black no B or jumps, and now white can leave the position like this because the corner is already safe and white will never need O2 to secure the I shape. And later, for example, white can jump in and extend and the corner is still fine. Now playing this move, later on, let's say we have this black here and now white plays away. Okay, white can still push, but in the end game, when when black plays the Hane here, white procs and black connects. After this, black can also Hane on the first line, and white is forced to play a one space jump here, or a no-B, then Atari, and connect. Now, if we go back to the other variation, where white connects R3 and no-B and so on, when black plays the Hane, white blocks, black connects, but there is no more follow-up in center Q1. So white will build more points in the corner this way. What I mean is when Hane here, white will block, black connects, but white doesn't need to play another move inside. So keep in mind, in the future, when black plays this move, connect R3 or connect S3, but not S4. Now with S3, the endgame can still be kind of positive for black because black can use the peep, then Hane, then connect, and later connect under, if white allows that. Or simply go down, threatening the connection underneath. Then if white plays here, black has all these moves incented by sacrificing R2. So it's a bit different on the bottom. So white played away, but it's good to push one more time. Makes more space in the corner and then inside approach or whichever. Okay, we have the modern Joseki in the top right. Black turns, but this doesn't really affect the corner actually. Oh, in fact it's good to play another move here. Yeah, Hane and connect. So, tac, tac, tac. Yeah, this can be dangerous. So that's why white had to push one more time at S6, because this turn it's pretty much center. Yeah, good idea for white to play this way. But I don't understand why black added another move at L2. It's true there is a clamp here, so normally the proper defense would be M3, but it still feels kinda slow at this stage. I mean, it's urgent to play in the top left because of the edge at C15. It's also urgent to jump in the middle and expand the Moyo, or extend on the right side all the way to R12, and then if white captures the stones in the corner, just set up the outside thickness. The thing is, when white plays this clamp, black can just allow the connection underneath. It's not such a big damage, it's just endgame. So it was a bit too early for black to protect L2. L2 it's an endgame move and now we're still in Fuseki. White captures the top and it's really big. It's good style to play Atari S18, because when black goes Atari on 2 stones, white doesn't always have to capture. I mean, right now white can change his mind and say, okay, it's more interesting to cut here. And even if black captures 2 stones, the group on the right side is still alive. White can go here. But playing Atari under, if black goes Atari on the outside, you don't feel like giving them the stones, because when black captures 2 stones, automatically the one in the corner dies too. So there will be 3 dead stones, and also black can turn and then catch. Therefore, always play from the outside. That's a sensitive difference. So black turns, then shoulder hit to expand the Moyo. He seems a bit desperate, just pull back. Anyway, the Agi still stays on the left. So here, the fight went down a little bit for white. Atari is good, but instead of connecting like this, white should separate. Because if black pushes through, there will be Atari when white blocks. Black needs to capture, and now black can connect by playing the tiger mount, which is also threatening to block, to cut the left side. And in the top, black is not completely alive, so black needs to play J18 now. If white turns, of course black can Atari first, and then go for life. But white doesn't have to turn K18 right away, and protecting the middle first. Now, if black pushes along in the top to prevent the Hane in center, white will separate the left side, and that's really good compensation. Therefore, for black it's more important to block the left, and now white has time to turn in the top. Also, white can go E19 or D19. D19 is threatening a call, this is just threatening to kill directly, and then jump in the corner, because this group is still on the run. Or simply block to prevent the peep, then play something like this to take away the base, jump out to surround the group, black will leave small, and there's a lot of potential in the top. White can Hane here or turn like this, threatening the group in the top. So in the end, this invasion didn't go so well for black, because black is forced to make two painful eyes, and white shapes on the outside are just glowing, they look good. So back to the original game. Therefore, when white plays here, black connects under, so black got away too easy here. Push through, remember this. Then turn, and Atari on one stone is not important. Black is already connected there, and black can still cut the stones in the top. So the proper move for white would be Hane L16, because first of all, this is going to punish the shoulder hit that never went back to the black top right group, and with this Hane you also prevent against the cut, because when black cuts you can Atari, and if black connects, capture everything. Takes away an important liberty, so there is no more cut. So this is a move that defends and attacks in the same time. If black plays on the left, because there is still AG with a cut, white can continue with the key point here, the eye stealing Tesuji. So this Atari, it's really not much. Yeah, black can ignore. Right, and Tenuki. So comes in, this cut is good, creates some AG. Yeah, white has to go down. And it's wrong, because here black can go down, threatening the cut. If white defends like this, or like this, black can jump out and try to leave on the left side. If white captures the two stones, black will cut and then take the other two. So in the end, when black plays e2, he captures two stones. But for black right now, it's more interesting to save the stone on the left side. Anyway, this Hane, it's Ajikeshi. So push first, then Hane. This fight can be risky. Normally white should play a move like this, threatening the cut. Black will probably Atari, then protect somehow, and now go out with this group too. I still like this move because of the threatening the double Atari, then connect under. So this way, in order for black to make a moyo, black needs a move like this. But white also set up a nice moyo in the top. And now white needs to reduce coming from the right side. So this would be still a long and peaceful game, more or less. Now black is going for a sacrifice. Pak. So if this way, turn, Hane. Yeah, it's possible. But the turn is actually good too. Yeah, this turn it's not necessary actually, because now black can capture the stones by playing b9. So white should just capture two stones. The corner is safe. If black protects here, white can always b2. And if black tries b2, white can play c2 or capture f2. So this turn it's not really necessary. Another option would be to cut. And then when black comes out, you turn, then Atari again, and Atari again. So you connect under in center, and now play away. So let's see here, black connected and white no-B. Yeah, with this no-B, white reduces the center, but we lose the stones on the left. So white needs to capture the stones on the left, black will Atari once, and then extend on the right. Black's moyo starts to look impressive. But here, black can catch some stones. So there is no more connection under any longer, and therefore white can use this move and then still use the cut or slide, something to fix the left side. But trying to connect under and then fail will just result in losing more points, which actually happened. So black felt good, captures the stone on the left side where he was dead, and now continue attacking. This is a nice key point, fixes the problem of c15 and also goes on the offensive against the group in the middle. Now peep, white got a very heavy group here. Yeah, that's important too. This can always be a problem if black cuts and runs between the groups. So now white has a really tough game. Things are running, but black didn't profit so much here. Tenshiko Sumitsuke trying to cut around this side. Black should come from the outside. That's the direction for white to escape. If white bumps, keep playing, getting ahead, then surround and push the group towards the thickness on the bottom. And now the whole thing has pretty much no eyes. The dragon, it's in big trouble. Playing from the bottom is just helping white escape towards the center, and all these moves here became neutral points for black. So this was some sort of thank you move to let white out. So white is coming back a little bit. On this Tsuke, should just go up and try to surround these stones on the right. And then think about the vital point p6. Because if you play the vital point and black covers and captures the stones on the right, cutting here doesn't do much. In the end, it's no gain to cut if black is already safe on the right and he captures the important stone. Okay, he didn't, so white just got a bigger territory in this area. That's fine. This is a bit risky because of the cut that leaves. White should play here. When black cuts k9, he can also cut n8. Yeah. So now things are going really bad for white, but black didn't profit here. So black, oh, actually here, black is in trouble now. Oh, so white can come back and kill everything by playing this Tsuji. O11. Black now has only 3 liberties, so if black pushes through, white will cut. On this Atari, white connects, but now when Atari from the outside, white will just push, and this is a snapback. So this is a chance where white just completely cleans all the center. It's a very good capture, but you really need to see O11, that's the Tsuji. So for example, if black plays here, you push, if push is here, Atari, and it's the same snapback. So first of all, black is happy to make some liberties here, and he was quite lucky to do that. Then Atari, hanging connection, that's good. Here black can push in center once. Actually, she will do that. Okay, this Atari takes away liberty. Why should take away another liberty? It's important in the semi. Probably this one here. Playing that move, black has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 liberties. So black can push here in center 2 times. Then Atari connect, connect, connect. It's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's finished. If this one, Atari connect. If white plays here, just cut. So there are 2 more liberties. No way for white to win the semi. So here white is supposed to resign the game. Yeah, okay, black plays this Atari. Atari from the outside, Atari again. Nobi, very good, Nobi again. Instead of this, black should take away liberty at g11. And it's finished. Because now there are 1, 2, 3 liberties against 5. And if white goes down, black can take away liberty like this, then block. And now there are 1, 2, 3 liberties again. So when white takes away this liberty, black even has time to protect. These are 4 liberties against 3, which means black can play away one more time. Let's say here. So only now it's 3 against 3. Black will take the outside liberty and Atari and capture everything. So this MA was probably the most critical moment of the game. And white pushes through, then pushes again. And this is a great white escape from a hopeless position. All of a sudden, white captured those guys and the game turns around. Okay, we have another semi going on the right, but white really has lots of liberties here. Nothing to worry about. 1, 2, 3 against many. Yeah, this is not even necessary. Atari and hanging connection. So white has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 against 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's still fine. So now white won the game. What an interesting turn of events. Capturing center, that's good. So here, black is supposed to play this move. Otherwise, white can play Atari p16 anytime. So white can go here. Black needs to make life, which is also painful. So that it's actually a center capture for white. And white kept missing that move for a long time. Here, white should capture a stone. If Atari from the outside, you connect. If Atari again, you capture. And now black has to go down or block. Let's see, Atari. Yeah, he can block. And again, come back to this. Now, the tricky part about this stop is if black plays Atari, white can go n18. If black saves the stones, white connects under or cuts, and the entire group dies. And if black connects here, like this for example, white will capture, and again the whole group will die. No way to make twice there. So white could actually win by more than 13 points. Once again we have Atari. Oh, actually, white can start with this move, threatening the cut. Black might play Atari and then connect, but again we have this move. So it's dead, and if black plays a tiger, in the middle of the triangle, then Atari. So it's dead again. So this p16 stays there for quite a long time. Now is the last chance to kill everything. Hit the vital point, then Atari, and capture. And that's only one eye. Does white need b2? Let's see what happens if white doesn't play it. So let's say white kills the top, and black is throwing something inside with b2. First of all, white can play c2. Now if black plays this move, threatening a snapback, white connects. And if black plays something like c1, white already has an eye, so all white has to do is make sure black doesn't make an eye, which means white can play Atari here, and when black connects, white can throw in. And if black plays a move like a1 or b1, white will just take the other stone, and on a1, white doesn't have to do anything, because there is still no way for black to approach. So white can play away. Okay, let's say the ko is filled, white can play away again, and then when black plays b1, again white will ignore, because when black goes d1, it's self-Atari. So it's one eye versus no eye. Every time you have one eye in a semi and your opponent doesn't, you will win the race. So that was it. Well, I guess white felt good for the comeback in the middle. That's why these moves like b2 very conservative, and also miss the p16 Dame Tsumari. But every game it's a lesson, even the wins. So I hope there's a lot to learn from this review. Enjoy.